Good morning, traders. Today is Monday, October 31st. Happy Halloween. And I think the market outlook is neutral. It's at support. It is gapped down, and it is currently back testing what we had on Friday. So let's jump into this. Here are the futures right now. They look down. Doesn't look good, right, when you're looking at it at first blush. However, let's minimize that. What you're looking at is TQQQ, the triple leverage proxy for NASDAQ or QQQ. And I want to call attention to, let's look on the far right-hand side of the screen, the 65-minute, right? You always start from the highest first just to get an idea of where you're at. See that? See that big gap down? And we're holding right at support right there, okay? So that's not a bad thing. It's actually quite natural. We've had a huge surge on Friday. We're gapping down and we are back testing, okay? The question for today is going to be, how far down do we back test? Do we hold this support line here, or do we potentially go down to this 5 EMA here on the 65, okay? Let's also check out the 30-minute time frame. Again, at support, and notice how on the 30, the 5 EMA is converging on the support line. So I think that the 5 EMA on the 30 is going to be quite important. All right. So let's keep that in mind. About the MACD, when we look at the 30, it is still above zero. However, it is descending. So the way I look at this is it is descending, but it is showing, attempts to try to flatten out. See, that is not just going straight down. And the key that I look for is, number one, if it does flatten out and bottom out, is that still above the zero on the MACD? If yes, that is a fantastic sign. The rally continues. That means it likely it will hold support at some level, whatever level that is, whether that's at this level or other level. But if that MACD flattens out above zero, and it is still obviously higher than this low over here, right here, that's a fantastic sign. The rally, the show moves on. The show goes on. Okay. As far as the MACD on the 65-minute, see that it is descending, typical for a back test, and it is now touching the signal, the green signal line, but still well above zero. Okay. I'm going to show you something on the VIX that I have a suspicion it is going to hold support. I have a suspicion that it will hold support today. And when it does, it's going to go higher. Okay. So the 5-minute chart, you know, it's, see that? Let's see. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. A little bit more grainy, but okay, you see how it gapped down and now it's basically hovering at support. See that? Right there. So it gapped down and is now hovering on the MACD. I'm looking at the MACD now, gapping down and hovering at the zero line. See, so that's not a bad sign, guys. That's actually, at worst, I consider that neutral. Okay, that's why I gave the outlook of neutral today. And it must hold support, which I think it will. All right. So here's the 1 minute again. I'm not going to comment much on the 1 minute. That's just there for informational purposes. All right. Before I get to the VIX, let's look at this is the NASDAQ futures 4-hour chart. See how it is starting to curve over. What it could do, you've got two options. It's either going to curve over and stay down, come down, right? Keep coming down like an arch, right? Or it's going to kind of come in, pause, flatten out, and then keep going up. Basically, you've got a double hump, similar like this. It comes in and then it goes back up, right? This tells you when it's coming in, it's back testing, like it is here. See that? It's back testing, holding support, and then it continues up. That's one of two scenarios. So let's see what happens today, how this plays out. Um, when you go to the 1 hour, very similar. Now check this out. The 1 hour, see, it is back testing. See that? The up there, the price action is back testing, but kind of flattening out. See, it's not just coming down. That would be a bad sign if it was just coming down at the same slope that it went up. Okay, that's a bad sign. But it is kind of flattening out, and it is well above zero. See, so that's why I suspect um, it will hold support. Let's check over to the VIX. I want to call your attention to see, okay, so the VIX gapped up, okay, I'm looking at the 65 now. VIX gapped up, and it is holding at the 20 SMA right there. See that? The 20 SMA is support for VIX on the 65-minute time frame. But look down here, okay, but look down here. The MACD is clearly angled upwards and has crossed over the signal line, okay? However, it's still well below the zero line, right? See that? Here's the zero line right there. Now, look down here, RSI. That's negative or bearish divergence right there. That point is higher than this point, even though that price up here is lower than that price up there. The 30-minute corroborates, okay, on the traditional rules. I know this is really small, kind of hard to see. Let's just jump to the 2-day, a little bit better. Some of these bodies are straddling the EMA 50, bad sign. Okay, but this is VIX. Anything can happen. But look at here. Let me zoom back out so it's more obvious. Right here, this point, I'm down here at the RSI, is higher than this point. Even though on the price, that point is lower than this point. There you go. So there is bearish divergence on the RSI. That is also that when you combine that with the data on TQQQ, that complements the data, right? How the MACD, could go, how the MACD is above zero, and what we need TQQ and the rest of the markets to do is hold that support, right? It's got to hold it. If it doesn't, then we need to be looking at what's the next level down, what's the next level down, okay? But right now, I think it looks neutral at support with at least a probably 60-40 chance, at the very worst, 60-40 chance of holding support and going up. All right, so that is all I got for you guys today. I would say if you're itching to go long, wait for that back test. Wait for support to hold. And if you're itching to go long, wait for the 5-minute, right? Wait for the 5-minute to come up above the 5 EMA. Back test, close full candles above the 5 EMA, and then go up, then go long. Okay? Wait for the back test if you're itching to go long. So even if it loses support today at whatever level, whether it's this support line, which is the same thing as that support line, right? Even if it loses support, I would probably consider only shorting it if the MACD clearly starts to go below zero. If it never goes below zero, that means it's going to hold serve somewhere at some place, right? Going below zero on the 5 or on the 30, going below zero means, okay, we've got further down to go. Okay, so that would be my general advice. All right, that's all I've got. Good luck, guys.